Next question is from Indie Kid UK on YouTube. If you had a dedicated Whirlpool tank, would you put the hops in before you pump in the wort, or would you fill the tank, add the hops, and start the Whirlpool? Basically, I was wondering if the action of the Whirlpool would create a hop cone that would limit hop utilization because of being tightly packed into a cone. So what we're talking about here is we're talking about more of like a three vessel system. I have my rig is basically like it's an over under, so it's mash tun, mash lauter ton on top of my hot liquor tank, and then I have a kettle that serves as my kettle slash Whirlpool. Sometimes there is a third tank involved, which is the Whirlpool, where when you go flame out or steam off or heat off your kettle, you rapidly drop that wort into a secondary Whirlpool vessel. Usually the geometry of it is specific to optimal wort clarification, cone formation, things like that. So you can separate clear wort from trube hops and the like. So the question that Indie UK Kid has is, am I worried about those hops and when they should be going in? Just off the top of my head, what I would be doing is as soon as I had that bottom starting to fill up, I would, and I guess it comes down to too, how much is there like a pump that's driving that or driving that Whirlpool in that Whirlpool vessel? If there is, I just wouldn't stack all the hops up in it dry. Maybe that would work just fine. And then, pumping the hot wort through, it'll break them right down or whatever. But yeah, I would kind of take the approach that I use with my Whirlpool, which is just shared with the kettle. It's not a separate vessel, but I would make sure there's liquid in the bottom, and there's rotation. And I would kind of spread them out as it goes to kind of facilitate that pellet breakdown process. But you're kind of talking about like that stuff is just going to really form a clump in the center, like a really tight cone, and potentially really hamper utilization. I don't think that's going to be an issue, especially if you have any pace on that work going in there. I do understand your concern of that balling up, because when I add hops to my Whirlpool, I don't just take, because sometimes I have like a 15 barrel system. And so, I'll have 15 to 20 pounds of hops going into the Whirlpool. So I just don't splash them all at once. And like, I kind of pour them in, shake the bucket into that outer rim that's spinning the fastest of the wort. I kind of do that just so I don't get clumps. So you can take an approach a little bit like that as well. So yeah, we have the wonderful Maggie Clark in the chat. Adam, what is your favorite brewery music genre to bump in the brewery? And she wished me a happy birthday as well. Well, listen, girl, I'll give you the update. I have just started utilizing my list of liked songs. I am not a Spotify subscriber, so I don't pay. I just have free Spotify. But I've started to use my liked songs playlist. And sometimes I swear that I'm just like a newborn and I've never experienced anything before. I know I'm playing the like playlist, but every song that comes on, I just start screaming. I'm like, Josh, do you hear this, man? Did nothing but bangers. So I mean, yeah, I'm surprised by the fact that I love all the songs on my loved list. But anyway, so what has been on there lately? Mag, I mean, anything. We've had some bamboo on there. We have had, Josh is very pro bamboo, by the way. We've had some bamboo on there. There's been a fair amount of Rufus Wainwright popping over the speaker. We have had some Tom Waits coming through too, man. And we had some I don't know, man. Just, I mean, that's kind of been the spearheading it right there. There's a little bit of Morrissey and Smiths mixed in. My teenage kids are starting to get into the Smiths and my old Morrissey CDs, because the car that they drive only has a CD player and the radio doesn't work. So they're like using old CDs. And so they're getting, and then they're explaining to me why Morrissey's funny, which cracks me up. They're like, Dad, you need to listen to this. So, and I'm like, yeah. So that's beautiful. That's a cool thing. But yeah, we've been mixing it up. It's always funny though, because there are Christmas music. There is Christmas music in that list as well, just because it's things I've liked. And so yeah, I mean it's kind of yeah, it's a little hit or miss. When we were in July, when the Christmas music comes on, Josh says it was okay because of Christmas in July, but we're not but we're not there anymore. It's August 1st, ladies and gents. So he told me I have to fast forward the Christmas songs. But sometimes a little old doo-wop in there, some flamingos, some Platters, a little Bobby Darin. I mean, Amy's in there too. Amy's in there too. So I'm seeing some new people in the chat. Sippy, welcome, man. What's your opinion on cheese sandwiches? I'm pro cheese, man. Pro cheese. You have a hard time finding someone who is staunchly as pro cheese as I am. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.